What is up, Stranger Things fans? My name is Trevor and welcome to my channel. Stranger Things Season 4 Volume 2 just had its epic conclusion in the finale, and safe to say, we're not going to get Stranger Things content for quite some time. So today, we're going to rank about 30 of the most lovable and hateable Stranger Things characters and place them on their proper tiers. Let me know down below in the comments your favorite top 5 characters from Stranger Things, or your bottom 5, or all 30 that we're talking about here today. If I forgot anyone, please let me know down below in the comment section. And this is a full spoiler warning for Season 4 Volume 2, Season 4 in general, Stranger Things in general. If you haven't seen it, you've been warned. Let's hop into these tiers. Hit the like button, subscribe button. Let's do this. Starting off with our tiers, we have top 5. My top 5 favorite characters are going to go in here. It's going to be a very competitive top 5. Then we have great, then we have good, then we have meh, then we have least favorite. I don't really think there's like bad characters in here. I just think they're like my least favorite characters I don't really like. That's who's going to go in there. And first up, we have Mike Wheeler. He's the heart, as Will tells him in Volume 2. And Mike's going to go in the great tier. I always liked Mike in the beginning of Season 4. He really had, like, honestly, like, just a dumpster fire of, like, an attitude. And, like, he was being an ass to Will. He was being a terrible boyfriend to Elle. And he just kind of lost, like, the leadership role that he, like, always had. And, like, everyone, including at least me, I just wasn't a big fan of Mike in the beginning of Season 4, but when he's yelling to Elle, she needs to fight, then he loves her. I mean, it just hit those moments for me. It got me hyped up, but I said, damn it, Mike, I love you again. You had a great redemption arc, so Mike, you're cool again, absolutely. Then we have Will Byers. I'm going to put Will in the great tier as well. A great tier is going to be jammed full, but Will has always got the worst end of the stick the entire show, from basically being possessed by Vecna that we found out the entire season. Always got the worst end of the stick, but Season 4, he wasn't given all that much to do. He had some really emotional moments with Jonathan, his brother, some great moments with Mike, and some great moments with Elle. So Will, I mean, I want to see a huge redemption arc for him, and like Season 5, a big, at least like, more in the forefront for Will, and I think Will might not make it out of Season 5 because he's so attached to Vecna and the Upside Down. I feel like Will might have to go in order for all of it to go, so that'd be crazy. Then we're talking about the big baddie of this entire season, Vecna himself. We also have one on this list. I know they're kind of the same person, but we differentiate them just for this. So Vecna's going to go in the great tier. This is one of the best TV villains I've ever seen in my life, and he is brutal, and he is menacing, and he is terrifying. What he's doing to these young kids who have had terrible trauma in their life is honestly saddening and, like, just scary to watch. I mean, like, this entire season was absolutely brutal, so to see Vecna just break these people's bones, from Chrissy to, I believe, Fred to Max and everyone, you're just like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen, and I'm uncomfortable. Vecna is a big baddie, but he ain't no match for Elle. That's for damn sure. Then we have Jason, you know, the unsung hero of the entire season. He's gonna go my least favorite tier. You know, I got a couple more going in there as well, but Jason, I mean, watching him get split in half by lava, something about it was oddly satisfying. I know that's really dark and kind of messed up to think, but, like, I don't think I'm alone there. Like, Jason's death was, like, nice. Then we have Yuri. He's like the pilot, and he kind of screws over Enzo, and he screws over Hopper and Joyce and everything. I'm going to put Yuri in the meh tier. I just can't put him in the good tier. He had a good little redemption arc, but he's really just there to kind of, honestly, it's kind of annoying. That's all I'm going to say. That's it. So then we have Mrs. Wheeler, and I'm going to put Mrs. Wheeler in. I'm going to put her in the good tier because she is a good mom. She does care about her kids, doesn't give all that much to do. She got a character poster for Season 4, but I was kind of like, really? Mrs. Wheeler? But she's a good character. She was in love with Billy. Like, that was kind of crazy back in, what, Season 2, Season 3 time? So that was insane, but she's just a good mom. So I'm going to put her in a good tier. Then we have Mr. Wheeler. Honestly, I'm putting Mr. Wheeler in my least favorite tier. This dude's annoying. I can't stand him, and every time he's on screen, I'm just rolling my eyes. That's all I'm really doing with him. Then we have Holly. I'm going to put Holly in the meh tier. Not my least favorite, but Holly's really given nothing to do. She's his Mike and Nancy's younger sister. I had to look up her name because I forgot it, but it's Holly. It's Holly, and she's on the meh tier. Then we have Owens, and I'm going to put Owens in the good tier as well. He's just a very nice guy to Elle. While he has done some absolutely terrible things, let's not get that messed up, he is nice to Elle, at least in Season 4, with the whole hey kiddo and really trying to help her out. And we never truly saw, I don't believe, whatever happened with Owen. So is he out of the show? Is he not? We thought he was dead before, and then he came back, so we'll see. And he's in Season 2 helping Bob the Brave out, and man, that was a good scene. So Owens is a good character. I always liked him a lot. Then we have Chrissy Man, and Chrissy was only in it for one episode, but something about, like, I love this character. And after I rewatched the episode 1 of Season 4, and she's a great character in my opinion. I love Chrissy. She deserved better. And her and Eddie's, like, just their dynamic was so awesome and so great that, like, obviously the Duff brothers, they filmed her death scene before, but, like, they came out and said that, like, they wished that they didn't so they could kind of prolong their relationship throughout the entire season. So Chrissy was a really great character. I loved her. She deserved better, and it was sad. So sad what happened to her. Then we have the man, the myth, the legend, Eddie Munson, shredding Master of Puppets from Metallica on the guitar on the Upside Down. I mean, he didn't run away this time. He's going in the top 5 tier. Eddie's one of my favorite characters in a TV show ever. I absolutely love this guy. And on the rewatch I'm doing right now, season 4, I restarted it because I miss it so much. It just hits that much harder for me because I know his fate now. So I'm just enjoying my time, that precious time we got with Eddie Munson. One of the coolest guys, one of the awesomest dudes, and never change. Never change, Eddie Munson. Freaking, I miss you already, man. Then we have Henry Creel, a.k.a. 1. And Henry Creel is going to go in the great tier as well. This actor, I mean, just what a killer performance. But finding out that he is 1, whoa. Jaw dropped to the floor. Henry Krill, the performance is one of the best of the entire show, and this guy right here, I can't wait to see what he does next. And as 1 and Henry Krill, he's menacing, he's scary, he's dark and mysterious, and I mean, he plays it very, very well. Then we have Argyle. Argyle is like the unsung hero of season 4. He's absolutely hilarious. There to smoke pile with Jonathan and just crack some jokes. Argyle's going to go in the great tier as well. I told you the great tier is going to be absolutely jam-packed, and Argyle's literally there just to have some fun and crack jokes, and that's what he does. And like, yo, bro, chachos, yeah, man. And he's just funny. He's a great, funny, awesome character. I love him a lot. Then we have Victor Creel, who deserved better, and I feel really bad about. And I feel bad where I'm about to put him. But you know what? I was going to put him in meh. I'll put Victor Creel in meh. I tricked you. He's going in the meh tier. Just wasn't given a lot to do. Did he deserve better? Absolutely. Do I feel bad about this guy? Absolutely. But he's in the meh tier. Maybe Mrs. Wheeler should be, but I like Mrs. Wheeler. All right? All right, cool. Then we have Erica. You can't spell America without Erica. Erica is badass in season 4. I really fell in love with this kid because the other couple of seasons, I always thought Erica was like that annoying little sister, what she was portrayed to be, but then she really got like a bigger role, and Erica's going in the great tier as well, okay? We have a lot in the great tier, and we are just about halfway through this list, but you can't spell America without Erica, and she's there. She's like punking Eddie Munson at the Hellfire Club, and she's just there to help out the team while she is still that mean little sister to Lucas. She's still there to take no one's shit. She's a badass little girl, and I love Erica, man. She's awesome. Then we have Elle, 11, the superhero, everything. Just, I can't believe she's not going in my top 5, but she's going to go in the great tier as well. Let's stop sliding down. There it is. Elle's in the great tier as well. She's fantastic. She's great, and I love her so much. And like everything like this kid has gone through is terrible, and she's always there because she loves her friends and she loves her family. She'll do anything to make sure that they are okay. Then we have Barb. Honestly, I've never been a Barb fan, and I know there's a lot of love for this character, but like I'm gonna put Barb in the least favorite category. Like she obviously like was in the first season. That's really it. And what happened to her was terrible, and that really set the stages of the entire show. But Barb, like there was like a lot of love for her. I never saw it. I never felt it. Like I was like, Barb's whatever, you know. Maybe she'd be in the mid tier. She's my least favorite tier. That's all right. Then we have Murray. And this top 5 gets really hard because we got a lot of my favorite characters still coming up here. And Murray's going to go in, you guessed it, the great tier. I love Murray. And him in season 4 was just awesome. He's so funny. Like when the most serious moments, he's there to like just break the ice with a joke. And then when he kills all the Demogorgons with the flamethrower, like, hey, assholes! That was awesome. That was epic. And Murray is goated. I absolutely love him. Then we have Callie, I believe her name is. Like 11's the kind of like sister who's also in the Dr. Brenner app. She was from season 2, episode 7. And if you know season 2, episode 7, you know it's the worst episode of the entire show, which is fine. It's not a terrible episode. It's just the worst of the show. I'm going to put her in the least favorite categories. Well, she was brought in, and I think like right away they're like, yeah, we shouldn't have done that because we never see her again. So that's whatever. Then we have Robin. Robin's going in my top 5 tier. I love this character, and I was a sure thing that she was a goner coming up in the season 4 volume 2. She made it through, and her relationship with Steve, like their dynamic, is just great, and I love it. And I love how Robin's there to crack jokes as well, and just kind of that clumsy, witty little girl. And I love her. Maya Hawke is a great performance right here. Robin's hilarious. I've loved her once I saw her in season 3. Like once we got like the first glimpse of her. And my fiance told me, she's like, you're going to love Robin. Just wait. And I was like, all right, bet. And I did. And I do. I still do. I always will. I love her. Then we have Susie. And Susie's awesome. And I'm going to put Susie in the good tier just because she's not in it enough to be put in the great tier. That's the only reason she's not in the great tier. I love her. She's an awesome character. She's in a good tier. And Dustin and her singing together. I mean, that was just epic and awesome. Then we have, I believe this is Fred, and Fred was just murked in season 4, and Fred is going to go in my least favorite tier. Like, what happened to him was really sad, but he was very annoying and kind of just mean to Nancy the whole time around, and then we found out the trauma he was facing, and he got Vecna'd and it was brutal. Like, gosh, when the people got Vecna'd, like, it was terrifying. It was awful. Then we have Dustin. Dustin's going to go in the top 5 tier for me. Dustin's my favorite character in Stranger Things in general, and he's one of my favorite characters in television history. I absolutely love this guy. He's absolutely badass, and just honestly, throughout the entire time, he's honestly putting the pieces together all the time, always holding he's like the glue. Like, if Mike's the heart, Dustin's the glue, holding everything down, holding everyone together. Bada bada boom, most metal ever, and watching Eddie pass away in Dustin's arms for they share their final moments together. I love you, man. Can't believe it was improvised. It just hits so much harder now. Then we have Angela. Angela's a top 5 character, right? If there was a tier below the least favorite tier, that's where Angela would go. And again, the least favorite tier is not a bad thing, but for Angela, it's bad. She's mean, and when Elle hit her in the face with the skate, while it is messed up and she deserve it, possibly, yes. I was mad Elle did it. I was like, about freaking time someone shut up, Angela. Dude, God, she was so mean. So freaking mean. Then we have the man, the myth, the legend in Lucas. Mclaughlin, I mean, his performance in Volume 2 with Mad Max, I mean, oh my God, it was brutal. He almost made it in my top 5 tier just because of how much I loved him in Volume 2. And like the beginning of Season 4, he kind of had like that almost identity crisis of, do I hang with the basketball team and try to be with the cool kids? Or do I hang with my friends and be in the Hell Club? Like Lucas kind of didn't really know what path he wanted. So that bothered me in the beginning of Season 4. But when Volume 2 came around, I fell in love with this guy all over again. He's always been a funny, awesome, badass character. He beats the hell out of Jason. And he turns into performance of a lifetime with Max dying in his arms. I mean, wham. Speaking of Max, we have her right here, and she's almost in the top 5 tier, almost, but Eddie took her spot. She's going in the great tier as well. There's only 2 spots, and you guys know who they're going to. Max, honestly, she's like in a coma. She's still technically alive, but like, her death hit me a little bit harder than Eddie's, and this might be an unpopular opinion, but if you're going to kill a character, I think you should leave them, because it just took away from that moment because it kind of happened very fast. But I hope she comes back in Season 5 at this point, but if there was her final goodbye, that was the perfect way to do it. The Duffer Brothers created it beautifully, so we'll see what happens with her character in Season 5. But Sadie Sink, Mad Max, I think she's going to have one of the biggest futures after Stranger Things of everyone in the show. She's so talented. She's great. How do you not love Max? The Dear Billy episode especially, that girl is awesome. Definitely going to get an Emmy nomination. Like, has to, right? Hopefully a win. Then we have Nancy Wheeler. Nancy always kind of bothered me because she calls Steve bullshit, and she was kind of like a little bit like, just like sassy and rude and stuff, but she's still a great character. And like Season 4, like, she's just ultimate badass. Look at that freaking that list right there in the great tier. Got the least favorite characters out and everything. Nancy with a shotgun is awesome, dude. She's like shooting Vecna. She's not scared, and that's what I love about her. But sis, I'll say it once, I'm Team Stancy every day that ends with Y. You feel me? All right, bet. Then we have Joyce. Joyce is going to go in that great tier as well. It's kind of crazy how well this great tier is literally looking. But Joyce is the ultimate mom of any TV show. And I know everyone says, oh, Steve's the ultimate mom. Steve's the ultimate babysitter. Let's not get that messed up. But Joyce is do anything to make sure her kids are okay. And she'll do anything to help and protect those that she loves. Even though, like, she doesn't have superpowers. She's just a mom. She has, like, those mom instincts. And going to Russia with Murray to save Hopper, like, just because she knows he's out there and she loves him so much. I mean, it was awesome. It was epic. It was beautiful to see. And I love Joyce. Winona Ryder she's great. And I think you can't kill Joyce at this point. I certainly hope not. Then we have my man's Hopper. And Hopper's going in the top 5 tier. Hopper constantly has been like off like my favorite to second favorite character of the show, and Dustin's number 1 right now. But Hopper's like just the ultimate dad, man. I mean, he's constantly out there. He loves Elle so much. He loves these kids so much. And his like when he came in Season 4, Volume 2, and Elle and him had the reuniting, I literally have chills just thinking about it and talking about it. The whole hey kid, it just hit the feels. In Season 3, his letter. It's beautiful. David Harbour's one of the best actors possibly working today. He's absolutely fantastic. And him and Mike's little like conversation he had in Volume 2 as well. Like, you've grown. And then Mike was like, you've shrunk. I love it. Hopper's great. David Harbour's great. I love this character. And I might be Hopper for Halloween, damn it. Then we have Dr. Brennan. I'm going to put Dr. Brennan in mad. They tried to give him this huge redemption arc in Volume 2. And I was kind of like, dude, you just put a shock collar on like your daughter. Like, so what? That makes no sense. You're dumb. Die, I guess. So that's what happened. And like, I wasn't sad. Were you? I wasn't. So moving on to our last member of the top 5 tier. Bob the Brave. No, I'm just kidding. It's Steve the Hare Harrington going in the top 5 tier right there. Steve Harrington is the ultimate babysitter. Steve Harrington, Stancy for life. Everything about this character I loved. And I Did not like this character in season 1. I actually couldn't stand Steve because he was this misogynistic douchebag guy, breaking Jonathan's camera, just being a total jerk. But Steve turned around in season 2 hardcore. He turned around even harder in season 3. And like season 4, like he didn't get all that much to do in season 4 as much as I wanted him to. They kind of like Eddie kind of took over like that like relationship with Dustin a little bit. But his relationship with Dustin in season 3 carried season 3 along, and that little bromantic comedy they had going. I want to see a spin-off movie with Dustin and Steve. Doesn't have to be these characters. But like Sean Levy directed a movie about Gatton and Joe Keery. And they go out and they have a movie together. That'd be awesome. And then maybe toss Joseph Quinn in there, who plays Eddie Munson. That'd be pretty sick. Then we have Billy. Billy is just a mean jerk all the time. But like in season 3, he had the whole like redemption arc. In season 4, Dear Billy episode 4 hits even harder. Billy's a great character. He's badass, and this dude's hot. I don't care. He beats the hell out of Steve, and he's like one of Vecna's most like powerful like symbiotes almost. Like he's literally his host is like super strong, super powerful, and really sad to see how distraught that Max is from Billy dying. It's crazy. Couple more here, almost there. We have Bob the Brave gonna go in the great tier as well. This man deserved better. I love Sean Astin, and Bob he loved Joyce, and he loved these kids, and he's wanting to fit in so bad with these guys, and he was just so nice to them, and he deserved better, man. It's really sad. Then we have Jonathan. Jonathan I've never been the biggest fan of, but like he's still a great character, and like I should have just put everyone a great character apparently, but Jonathan's always been a great character, and he was always kind of a weirdo in the first season, like taking pictures of Nancy and everything. Steve broke his camera, rightfully so. You took pictures of his girl, but Jonathan still is a great character, and his relationship with Will, like that little brother romance they had in season 4, it hit the feels, man. It hit me right in the feels. We have 2 more to get through right here. First up, we have Alexi, and I'm going to put Alexi right in the great tier as well. This guy deserved better. All he wanted was a damn corn dog. He didn't make it through, and he died there at the carnival right next to Murray, and it was sad. It was so dang sad, and I can't stand it, man. So I'm putting Alexi in the great tier. Rest in peace, Smirnoff, man. Then we have Enzo, a.k.a. Dmitry, like Antilov, and I'm going to put him in the great tier as well. I thought something was like more was going to happen with this guy. In Volume 2, kind of like, okay, no more Enzo. That's it. But in Season 4, like, he had a really good and great character arc with Hopper in the prison. They became friends. They got to know each other, and I liked him quite a bit. The girl is no one. That's going to do it for my Stranger Things characters tier list ranking. There was a lot of talking in here. Let me know your top 5 Stranger Things characters down below in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the like button and subscribe button. I need some water. That was a lot. Thank you guys so much. What did you think of Volume 2, Season 4? Appreciate you being here. Talk to you next time. Bye.